Sophia, have you ever walked into a massive store, taken one look at the racks, and just walked right back out?
Oh, more times than I care to admit, Alex. It can be so overwhelming, especially when you can't find the right words to say.
I'm so glad it's not just me. I always end up buying something that doesn't fit just to escape.
Well, today we're going to help everyone avoid those shopping surprises.
Let's do it. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sophia. You're listening to the Daily Seed English podcast.
Sophia, I was just thinking, learning a new language is like planting a seed, isn't it? You start with a few small words.
Exactly, Alex. And with a little practice every day, those tiny seeds grow into confident, beautiful conversations. Today, we're planting vocabulary for shopping for clothes and shoes to help you bloom in any store.
Okay, Sophia, let's dive right in. Imagine I've just walked through the doors of a massive, stylish department store. My heart starts racing. What's the first thing I should do?
The very first step is to take a breath, Alex. Most modern stores have a very welcoming energy, and the staff are trained to be as helpful as possible. You'll usually see a shop assistant near the entrance, and they'll likely give you a friendly hello.
Right, but then comes that awkward moment. They ask if I need help, and I have to explain myself. If I actually know what I'm looking for, how do I start?
It's all about being direct but polite. A great, simple phrase to use is, "Hello, I'm looking for some shoes." It's perfect because it immediately gives the assistant a goal.
Hello, I'm looking for some shoes. It's very clear. But what if I'm specifically looking for something more everyday?
Then you can be more specific. You could say, "Hi, do you have any casual clothes in stock?" Notice that little phrase, "in stock." It means you're asking if they have those items available inside the store right now to buy.
Hi, do you have any casual clothes in stock? That's a great one. It saves me from wandering around a formal wear section if I just want a comfortable t-shirt.
Exactly. And remember, you can also set the tone for your whole experience right there. If you're not ready to buy yet, or you just want to see what's new, you don't have to feel pressured to talk to anyone.
Oh, that's my favorite way to shop. Just walking around, looking at the colors, feeling the fabrics. But I always feel a bit guilty if an assistant approaches me and I have to send them away.
You shouldn't feel guilty at all, Alex. There's a professional way to say you just want to look around. You can smile and say, "Good afternoon. I'd like to browse the clothing section."
Good afternoon. I'd like to browse the clothing section. I love that word, browse. It sounds so relaxed, like I'm taking my time on a Sunday afternoon.
It is. When you say you want to browse, the assistant knows you're happy on your own and they'll usually just let you enjoy your time.
That takes so much pressure off. But what if the store is truly huge? You know those giant stores where you can get lost between the perfumes and the handbags for hours?
Oh, we've all been there. If you're feeling a bit lost, don't wander around in circles. Just ask for directions immediately. A very natural way to do that is to say, "Excuse me, where is the men's footwear department?"
Excuse me, where is the men's footwear department? Why do we use the word footwear instead of just shoes?
That's a great question. Footwear is a slightly more professional term that includes everything you wear on your feet: boots, sandals, sneakers, and formal shoes. You'll usually see the word footwear on the big signs hanging from the ceiling, so using it makes you sound very comfortable in that environment.
I see. So if I'm shopping for my sister, I'd ask, excuse me, where is the women's footwear department?
Precisely. You've found your destination, you've told the staff what you're looking for, and you've managed to browse without any stress. You're already doing great.
I really feel much more confident now, Sophia. Just knowing those few simple phrases makes the whole store feel much less intimidating.
That's the goal, Alex. Every phrase you learn is like a tool in your shopping bag. Now that we've navigated the entrance and found the right department, I think we should talk about how to actually interact with the items on the racks.
I'm ready. Let's keep going. So, we found the right department, and I'm standing in front of about 1,000 different shirts and shoes. This is where I usually get paralyzed. How do I actually get the staff to help me narrow it down?
This is where you transition from browsing to interacting. Don't be afraid to use the internal experts. For example, if you're looking at a huge wall of athletic shoes, just approach an assistant and say, "Could you help me find a pair of sneakers?"
Could you help me find a pair of sneakers? I like that. It's polite, and it tells them exactly what I need. But Sophia, what if I have no idea what I'm looking for? Like, I have a fancy wedding to go to, and I have absolutely no sense of style.
Well, I think you have great style, Alex, but I understand. When you need expert advice, you can ask for a recommendation. You might say, "I'm looking for a formal shirt. Do you have any recommendations?"
I'm looking for a formal shirt. Do you have any recommendations? That's such a powerful phrase. It shifts the responsibility to them. They're the ones who know the latest trends and what goes with what.
Exactly. And shop assistants usually love that question. It lets them use their knowledge to help you find something that truly suits you. They might ask you about the color of your suit or the type of event, and then they'll show you the best options they have.
I love that. It's like having a personal stylist for free. Now, what about seasons? If I'm planning a beach holiday, I don't want to be looking at wool sweaters.
Right. You can specify the season or the occasion to narrow things down even further. For instance, you could ask, "Can you show me some summer dresses, please?"
Can you show me some summer dresses, please? Or I guess I could say summer shorts or beachwear.
Precisely. And here's a common situation, Alex. They show you a piece of clothing, and you love the style, you love the cut, but you absolutely hate the color. Like it's a bright neon orange, and you wanted a classic navy.
Oh, that happens to me all the time. I usually just smile awkwardly and say, thank you, and then never see them again.
You don't have to do that. It's perfectly normal to ask for a different color. Just say, "Do you have this item in other colors?"
Do you have this item in other colors? It's so simple, but it keeps the conversation going. It shows you're still interested, just not in that specific one.
Exactly. Most popular items come in a variety of shades. Maybe they have it in the back room or in a different section of the store. By asking, you give them a chance to find the perfect version for you.
This is great. I'm starting to feel like I'm in control of the shopping trip now. I'm asking for what I want, I'm getting recommendations, and I'm checking for all the options.
That's the confidence we want to see. You're not just a passive shopper, you're an active one. And once you've found that perfect shirt or those incredible sneakers in the right color, it's time for the big test.
The fitting room?
Exactly, because as we know, things always look different on a hanger than they do on a human.
Don't I know it? Let's move on to the fitting room experience. Okay, so we've got our items. The navy shirt, the summer dress, and those cool-looking sneakers. Now comes the moment I always find a little bit awkward. How do I actually get into the changing room?
It's a very simple transition. Just catch the eye of an assistant and ask, "Can I try this on?" That little word "on" is very important here. We say, "Try this on," meaning putting it onto your body.
Can I try this on? Got it. And then I'll probably need to find where to go.
Exactly. You just follow up with, "Where is the fitting room?" Some stores might call it the changing room, but the phrase works the same way. Now, let's say you get there and it's a busy Saturday. There are people everywhere and all the cubicles are closed.
That's the worst. You just stand there looking lost, hoping someone will notice you.
Instead of waiting in silence, you can politely let the staff know you're there. A great phrase is, "The changing room is occupied. Can I wait?" Occupied just means that someone is already inside.
The changing room is occupied. Can I wait? That's very polite. Okay, I wait my turn. I finally get inside. I put on the clothes, and then the mirror reveals the truth.
Oh no, what did the mirror tell you this time, Alex?
Well, first, the pants. I put them on, and they are like giant balloons. There's just so much extra fabric around my legs. How do I explain that?
If clothing is much too large and has too much extra material, we call it baggy. You can step out and tell the assistant, "The pants are too baggy. I need a slimmer fit." A slimmer fit means something cut closer to the shape of your body.
The pants are too baggy. I need a slimmer fit. That's a great one. And what about the shirt? It's not baggy exactly, but it's just kind of hanging off my top half.
In that case, we use the word loose. You can point to the area and say, "This shirt is a bit loose around the shoulders." Notice how I added a bit. It makes your feedback sound much gentler.
This shirt is a bit loose around the shoulders. I see. Now, what about that summer dress? Let's say I put it on and I realize it just doesn't cover enough of my legs. It feels a bit too brief.
You can state the problem and the solution in one go. Just say, "The dress is too short for me. Do you have a longer one?"
That's very direct. The dress is too short for me. Do you have a longer one? Okay, let's talk about the sneakers. This is where it gets painful. I put them on and it feels like someone is squeezing my foot into a tiny box.
Ugh, that's the worst feeling. When a shoe presses hard against your skin, we call it tight. And if your toes are being squeezed, the action is called pinching. You should tell them, "These shoes are too tight. They pinch my toes."
These shoes are too tight. They pinch my toes. I can almost feel that sharp pain. But what if the style is perfect and the material feels soft, but my foot is just sliding around inside?
You can stay positive but honest. Say, "These sneakers feel comfortable, but the size is not right." It tells the assistant you still love the shoe, you just need a better fit.
These sneakers feel comfortable, but the size is not right. I love that. It's like saying, it's not you sneakers, it's my feet.
Exactly. And that leads us to the next big secret of shopping: how to actually find the right size once you've identified a problem.
That's the most important part, because if it doesn't fit, it doesn't matter how beautiful it is.
You said it, Alex. Let's look at sizing and materials next.
Okay, so I know the shirt is loose and the shoes are pinching my toes. I've identified the problem, but now I need to actually ask for the solution without sounding like I'm complaining.
That's a common worry, Alex. But remember, the staff want you to find the right fit. The easiest way to ask for a change is to use the golden rule. "May I try a different size?"
May I try a different size? It's so simple. But can I be more specific? Like if I know the shirt is way too tight.
Absolutely. If you want the next largest option, you can ask, "Do you have this in a larger size?" Or for a very natural, native-sounding request, try, "This is too small. Could I have one size up, please?"
One size up. I love that. It sounds like I really know what I'm talking about. And I suppose I could say one size down if it was too baggy.
Exactly. And if you know your exact measurements, be bold. You can say, "I need a size 42 in these shoes. Do you have it?" Or if you're trying on a shirt marked with letters, "The medium doesn't fit. Can I try the large?"
The medium doesn't fit. Can I try the large? That's very direct. But Sophia, shoes are my biggest problem. Sometimes a 42 is too small, and a 43 is like wearing flippers. I'm always stuck in the middle.
You're not alone, Alex. We call that being between sizes. Many quality brands offer a solution for exactly that. Just ask, is there a half size available? My feet are between sizes.
Between sizes. That explains my whole life. Okay, so we finally found the perfect fit, but before I head to the cashier, I need to know what I'm actually buying. I have a bad habit of ruining clothes in the wash.
Oh, we definitely need to check the materials then. The first question you should always ask when you touch a fabric is, what material is this made of?
What material is this made of? And what should I be looking for?
Well, for everyday summer clothes, you want to know if it's natural or synthetic. You might ask, is this cotton or polyester? Cotton is breathable and great for heat, while polyester is durable but can get a bit sweaty.
Good to know. And what about my shoes? I want to make sure they'll last more than one season.
Then you should check the quality of the leather. Ask the assistant, are these shoes made of genuine leather? Genuine means it's the real thing, not a synthetic copy.
Genuine leather. I'll remember that. Now here's the most important question for my laundry fears. Does this fabric shrink after washing?
That is a very smart question to ask. Some materials, especially certain types of cotton or wool, will get smaller when they get wet and hot. If the assistant says yes, you might even decide to go one size up just to be safe.
That is a genius tip, Sophia. Buy it slightly loose, wash it, and it shrinks into the perfect fit. I'm feeling like a real shopping expert now.
You really are, Alex. You've handled the entrance, the search, the fit, and the quality. Now there's just one last hurdle between you and your new wardrobe.
The price tag and the exit.
Exactly. Let's talk about the final transaction.
Okay, Sophia, I've got my sizes right, and I'm happy with the material. But now I have to look at the price tag. Sometimes that can be a real shock.
It certainly can. And if the tag is missing, don't be shy about asking. You can just point and ask, how much is this pair of shoes? Or what's the price of this jacket?
How much is this jacket? That sounds very natural. But Sophia, what if I'm on a budget? Is it okay to ask for a better deal?
Absolutely. You can ask politely, is there any discount on this item? Or check for broader store events by asking, do you have any ongoing sales or promotions?
Oh, and I definitely need to ask, can I get a student discount? That saved me so much money in the past.
Every little bit helps. Now, what about that final decision? Imagine you're standing there with a blue shirt in one hand and a green one in the other, and you just can't choose.
I do that all the time. I usually just stand there for 10 minutes until I give up.
Instead of giving up, ask the assistant for their opinion. You can ask, which one do you think looks better on me? Or, I like both colors, which one would you recommend?
Which one would you recommend? I love that. And I could also ask about the fashion, right? Like, is this the latest collection? Or how does this compare to the other style?
Exactly. Once you've made your choice, you just announce it clearly. I think I'll take this one. Or, I'll go with the black pair.
I'll go with the black pair. But Sophia, what if I decide I don't want anything? I feel so bad just walking away.
Don't worry. Just say, I'm not sure yet. Can I look around a bit more? Or be direct but polite. This doesn't suit me. I won't take it. Thank you.
This doesn't suit me. That's very elegant. Okay, let's say I'm buying. I head to the cashier.
Just place your items on the counter and say, I'd like to pay for these items. Then you can ask, can I pay by card? Or check if they prefer cash. Do you accept cash only?
Can I pay by card? Assuming they say yes, I'd say, here's my credit card. Oh, and can I ask for gift wrapping?
Yes. Just ask, could you wrap it as a gift, please? And before you leave, don't forget, do you have a loyalty card or membership program?
Free points. I love it. But wait, we get home and there's a problem. The color looks weird in my bedroom light.
That's the home mirror test. You might say, the color looks different under the store light. Or maybe you notice, the shoes are too wide for my feet. Or, this jacket is perfect, but the sleeves are a bit long.
Exactly. That's why I always ask at the counter, can I return it if it doesn't fit at home? Or what's your return policy?
Very wise. And if you do go back, you can simply say, I'd like to exchange this for another item.
Sophia, I feel like a shopping master now. Thank you so much for all these seeds of wisdom.
You're very welcome, Alex. And for our listeners, what's your favorite thing to shop for? Let us know in the comments.
Definitely. Thank you all so much for listening today.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share it with a friend who is learning English. Every share helps our community grow.
Remember, learning a new language is a journey, and every new vocabulary word helps you grow. Every day is a chance to learn better.
We'll be back with another episode very soon. See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.